All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Group Chart Analysis. It is Wednesday, June 20th, and my brother is 21. That's insane. My little brother is 21 years old. So I get to go get wasted with him, even though I don't really drink. So, with that being said, there was a few pairs last night. If you guys didn't notice, there was news this morning at like 6:30 PST, 9:30 PST. I'm like AUD, JPY, Euro, and one other pair, the Swiss franc maybe, I don't remember. And a lot of the pairs moved and then reversed back to where they were. You guys remember, like yesterday was midweek reversal. So some of the reversals are the pullbacks. Some of the reversals are yet to happen still. The midweek reversal could happen on a Wednesday and a Thursday, and it could reverse back with the trend. So if you notice that the reversal yesterday, or technically this morning, was a pullback, you could be looking for a possible reversal back with the trend today. So it could get a little interesting. Let's see, Euro USD last night, we had it going down the last couple days to shoot up. I do believe when I said this, when it came up, it was going to shoot up, hit the water, come back down, retest, and if it retested, you could have taken it for a buy. But I ultimately said to be patient with that because you didn't know whether or not it was actually going to break the low or take out the water. The reason why none of you should have taken this trade yet, the only reason some of you would have taken this is if you would have placed a buy right there. But other than that, there was no other reason because the only other clear point of entry that I told you guys to take would be for it to break the water, come back, and retest it. Has it done that yet? Nope. Hence, that's why it's still consolidating. Notice that. If you get into early, if you got into early on this buy, you're probably watching your charts right now. You've probably been watching your charts all day, and you're going to continue watching your charts until you think it finally decides to shoot up. Because technically, guys, this thing can still break the low if it wants to. So don't assume. Wait. Take action after it happens. All right. Same thing. I'm going to get the same analysis on this pair as I did yesterday. If it doesn't really move like the way, if it didn't move the way I wanted to do, we're going to continue with that same analysis until it happens. So in this case, it's either going to what? One, retest the low for another pit, and then come up, break the water. If it doesn't do that, it's going to shoot down, break the low, pull back, and then drop again. Either way, you are waiting for one of these pulls. You're waiting for one of these moves to happen because the next thing that's going to happen is the distance between the Mayo and the water here, and then the next low and the recent support, which you can find on a higher time frame. We're on the hour. The next support is right here. We'll do this. It's right there. How many pips away is that? Currently, where it's at position-wise, that's 66 pips away. That's a perfect trade on EU. So guess what? You are not touching this until one of those things happens. As of right now, even though it is divergent, guess what? It could still drop. The weekly looks like it is still going to drop. So y'all got to be patient. Unless it breaks that water on the hour, then you can start looking for some buys, maybe some short-term buys. But ultimately, you're waiting. This is still valid for sells. Yo, I just had an aha moment. Taiwan had an aha moment. It's official. I'm the aha king. Aha, aha. Wahi. What is it? I need you to type it out so that I can see it as I go over so that I can just call it out. Be excited that you found out an aha moment. All right. Let's see, U-Chief, I said would probably going to consolidate. That if it did anything, I said if it was going to shoot up, hit that high, I told you to sell it. Ding! If you would have sold right at that point, damn, 40 pips. Damn. Tell me you could have caught 40 pips and you didn't? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be bad yet. Let's look at this higher time frame. I need to see a little bit more. Breaks down, bounced off the water. No patterns yet. Weekly. I think it's still going to shoot up. Everything's telling me it's still going to shoot up. Expect the push up, guys. Expect the push up towards the recent high. Because I don't see anything telling me. And if anything, you know what I do see? The divergence here. Look at this. So, somebody look at this. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that divergence. Come on, why is it? From here to there. Bam, bam, shoots up, boom! Skadoosh, new high, drop, rise. We're looking for a buy. That means Euro USD is probably going to sell because they correlate inversely. And the weekly on this chart looks like it's going to continue up too. So you're waiting. Aha moment. I caught it. Go me. Let's go. Taiwan, I need to see your aha moment. I need it. GU did what we wanted it to do. I said wait for the push up to the water. Drop. That's what it did. Literally did that. So you could have caught that for a nice little sell. It threw an evening star right at the top on the 15-minute. Boom, bop, bing, drop. Guaranteeing. Guaranteed. I was like guaranteeing. And it dropped down. So let's look at this daily. Now, this could still shoot up. There's multiple things that could happen here. Let me look at this 4 hour real quick to see if I can get a clear picture for you guys. It is still divergent. It's not like the prettiest divergent, but let me show you. Price is hitting a wall, and price, which starts here, is going down. That's divergence, right? So what this is telling me on this time frame is that, one, it can go up and hit that water and then come back down again and continue. Two, it breaks that water, retests it, shoots up to the next EMA or the next resistance line, which is this high, and then if it continues up, breaks it, pulls back, rises again for the ultimate pullback. Or, so that was 1, 2, that was 3. Or it just continues to drop here. Straight up. I think it's going to pull up a little bit, come back down and retest, and if it breaks that water, we could possibly look for a buy, but I already told you guys this is an overall downtrend, and this weekly is showing no signs of it pulling back. So or reversing. So this thing could reverse here maybe, but this would still be a pullback here for it to drop, or possibly a pullback on that daily to be a drop, because the water would then come across here and then continue. Okay? So you want my opinion? Stop on high, drop. Stop on high, drop. Now if it continues and goes up to the Mayo, which is the 4 hour water, then you can look for a nice sell on that time frame. But you have to be patient. Do not trade this for a sell until you get a clear confirmation that it is breaking, not breaking the water, and it's going to go back down and retest, or it broke the water going up to Mayo and it's going to retest that and drop. That's the only way you're going to sell it, or buy it if it goes and breaks that water. But you gotta be patient on that. Let's see. UJ. UJ was the one pair that didn't really do what I wanted, but it still technically followed the rules, because here's the thing. Here's the channel on a higher time frame. It breaks it, and here's a channel on this time frame. I thought too small, and I had it dropping for a sell on this time frame, but ultimately, look what it did. It pulled back and it retested the previous trend line on the channel. So now we have a better looking chance of this to possibly drop. This looks better than it did yesterday because it's hitting the trend line, it's retesting it. But at the same time, so on this time frame, it looks like it could drop because it's retesting, but we can't make that for sure statement, because on the weekly, guys, it still has room to go up and hit that trend line. Look at, and there's no divergence on the weekly, there's no divergence on the daily, and it looks like it just threw sauce in the daily too. Look at it, right there. it shifted, boom, through the railroad, right on the saw, right on the catch-up. If this is real, that's true, this is going to continue up. All right, so if anything, you're going to look for a stop hunt low, rise. We'll go to the 15-minute, possibly something like this. Boom, off the water, rise, bounce back in, buy. All right, so just be patient again with this pair, because on the higher time frame, and the fact that there is no trend right now, because the EMAs are so close, you have to be extra careful. You have to be extra careful. This thing could just keep going, and it could be as ugly as it wants. So if it doesn't go back up, it could possibly drop. If it goes back up and breaks this trend line, it'll retest and go up. So just be careful. AU. AU did what we wanted it to do. It shot up to the water on the 1 hour, and then it dropped. I said it was going to shift. I literally drew this out yesterday. I said it was going to come up, and then come down and retest the low. Obviously, I had it retesting about here because it was like nothing was ever drawn to proportion, but it's shooting down. It's going to continue shooting down right now until it hits that next low. And if it doesn't take it out, it'll probably throw another pattern, maybe some pins, shoot up, break the water, like so, pull back, shoot up, right? Because here's the water. This is what it could possibly do. If it doesn't break it, right here, you're going to be looking for a shot up, and then a continuation down. Because it could still do that. And it can range up and down in between the EMAs and the low. So you just got to be careful on those. But this pair is actually setting up nicely for a midweek reversal. It is divergent still. It is coming up to that low. So I would look for a shot up, pull back, and then a shot up to the Mayo overall. Let's go to GJ. GJ did the pullback as predicted. Now I know some of you were probably like, hey, is this supposed to keep going? This is why I tell you guys look at the bigger time frames, because y'all just assume it's going to hit the EMA right on the wick and then drop. GBP pairs can and will shoot above EMAs to continue down. Look, in prior history, did it here. About. It did it here, reversed. It did it here. Look, broke through it, shot up. Kept going in and out, broke beneath the water, shot up. It's GBP, this is how it works. GBP will sometimes do that. So you can't always just predict like, oh, it broke the EMAs, it's going to shoot up. No, not with GBP pairs, especially GJ. You'll get hurt real fast. So if we're doing this, let me give you both scenarios that could possibly play out here. One scenario is that it shoots down all the way back down to the recent low, which is right here. Okay? So that's the first scenario. Second scenario is it does consolidate on this EMA a little bit longer, and it shoots up to the next EMA. This blueberry is the Mayo on the 1 hour, which is the water on the 4 hour. Right, so this could easily keep going up. So I need y'all to be very patient to see what happens. If this thing stop hunts high, you're going to be looking for that sell around here. And you can look for it to drop again. Okay, so that's the one thing I need you guys to be aware of. But at the same token, it still can drop. So we just got to wait and see, because if it drops, it's not going to be a straight shot. Like, it's not going to just go, whoop, there's no news, right? I would just wait for that shot down. If it does, pull back, wait for sauce, drop again. That would be your into this trade. Or if it does come up here, breaks the high, retests, shoots up to the next EMA. That's what you would do. Let's go to EA. Yeah, I still have for an overall sell based off the weekly and the daily. It continued up a little bit, right to the perfect zone here. It's just consolidating. I did say that after hitting this point that it was possibly going to consolidate. It always does that once it gets into a zone of price. Look at every single time it hit it. Wicked. Consolidated for a day. Wicked. Consolidated for a whole month. Consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's just day 2. Was it day 3? 1, 2, 3. It still has time to consolidate. But overall, I have this thing dropping. I like it for a drop. If anything, it could possibly shoot up a little bit more. This wick and then possibly sell down for a pullback drop, right? That's one possibility. And the fact that it is divergent still and overbought gives us more. It gives us a clear view of what to expect. Damn it. Let's see this. Monthly sauce. If it closes like that, perhaps it could. But we still have another, 10 days for that to happen? What I'm looking at, not even the sauce. I'm looking at all the wicks it threw, and then look, it even threw evening star on the monthly. That's a sell. That's a selling pattern. That evening star is this top right here, which is an overall M. This is that evening star right here. Boom, boom, divergence since here. Drop hard, pull back in the same zone that it started the divergence on. This pair is going to be consolidating for a little bit longer. And then we could expect possible drop. Boom. So this would, if you guys trade this, this would be a swing trade. This will be a swing trade for itself. EG shot up again and then pulled back right back down. This pair wouldn't have been a good pair. I'm sticking to my analysis on this, guys, and staying sell high, buy low. Buy low, sell high. It's in the middle. That's a no. Wait for it to shoot up. Sell. So still waiting on that pair. GA. GA. Continued the shot up. Pretty sure that's what we wanted, right? Because AU shot down. Shot down and shot up, yep. So this was still an overall uptrend. Bounce off the EMA. Weekly still looking good for a buy. It still looks good for a buy. It's not even divergent on the 4-hour. That's telling me this thing's going to be a buy. So guys, you're going to be looking for a continuation. Either a continuation right to the high here or pull back to the water consolidation rise. All right? So you're going to wait for one of those to happen. It's the best possible position in GA move. So if you miss out on the pips down here, like wait for it to drop here, you can buy it. Oh, that was a little delayed. Wait for it to shoot down, buy it. I think it's going to shoot down a little bit more, or it's going to retest that water one more time. One more time, bam, shoots up. So be patient. Let's do G Chief. Let's see. Oh, look what it threw. Sauce. Sauce. Bounced right to the water. It pulled back. So this is what it did what we wanted yesterday. Said it could possibly pull back to that water. Didn't drop all the way, so we could be seeing that happen tonight. We'll be seeing 4-hour looks good. It still looks good for a sell in the daily. Oh yeah. Continuation. You're looking for sells on G Chief, guys. And then gold. Look what gold did. It broke the low. Gold broke the low. Broke out of the goddamn trend line. The one trend line that it hasn't been able to break in the last, since November 2016, it broke it. Nope, sorry, that was a lie. From April, May, June, around May and June of 2017 is when this trend line has started. And it hasn't broke ever since. It just broke here, so all we got to do now, guys, is wait for a retest. You wait for a retest now. It's still divergent. Still divergent. Ready? Possible shot up, retest, and drop. That's it. Now you're just waiting for the basics of Forex. Or was this the retest last night? Look at that. That could have been the retest. This could have been your entry right there. And look at the pattern. Do you guys see that? Look at the pattern that showed up on the retest. Railroad. Bing. Drop. Railroads. Why we trade railroads. Drop down. Broke the railroad on the retest, and it dropped. Daily still looks good. I think it's going to drop down to the next recent support, but it could possibly retest at the same time. So my guess would be continuation drop with a small pullback drop. All right, let's get this shit popping. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. We'll see how it plays out. But continuation on this one for sure. Gold is going to be dropping for a minute, especially if it closes beneath. Oh my God! You see this weekly? If this closes like where it's at or lower this week, gold is about to be taking a nice drop. Nice drop. So I would definitely pay attention to gold over the next couple weeks or so, depending on what it does here. Cool? Good. All right. So those are all the pairs that we're going over. Does anybody have any questions? Real quick, before I end this, I'm going to put it up on YouTube for anybody that missed it to rewatch. But be careful, guys. Midway reversals still Wednesday, Thursday, and tomorrow would be the last trade day of the week. So, with that being said, if nobody's got questions, I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We'll see how these pairs played out. Trading the markets tonight. Get your pairs. Make sure it's perfect. Some of these pairs are not all perfect yet, so wait. I need you to be patient. If it doesn't set up perfectly, do not trade it. Don't be addicted. Don't be obsessive. Don't, oh my God, I'm not trading. I got to go trade, and then place a dumb position because you felt like you needed to trade. That's called addiction. Go get some help. So, everyone have a great night. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Stay safe in the markets.